Hi, my friend, it's Pat Sloan here. So my wall has not changed at all since yesterday because between filming yesterday and filming for today, nothing much happened. But that doesn't stop me from talking about quilting for today's video. Nothing does, right? So first of all, I have to give a caveat. I totally forgot to mention, I had a link for it, but I forgot to mention that you can buy the single patterns for the pressed flowers. So if you're not a subscriber and you don't care to buy the subscription boxes, you can buy a single pattern, the single pattern for each of these. Then there will be a setting pattern too when we're all done with the 12 blocks. So the pressed flowers, this is done in my sleepover fabric. So for those of you who have collected my sleepover fabric and are looking for a project, this might be it. Okay, here we go. There we go. Now, today is also Scavenger Hunt Day. I love Scavenger Hunt Day because once a month I will assign something just fun for you to share a picture of in my Facebook group, Quilt Along with Pat Sloan. If you're not in the Facebook group, you can just tell me about it here in the comments at YouTube. So today is quilted clothing. So I am wearing the latest t-shirt that I designed with my buddy Kate Spain, and we sell them off of her website. There's a whole bunch of different, some are Sloan Zone, some are just like this, you know, there's no Sloan Zone part on them. We've got, you know, like the mugs, different mugs and notebooks and all those things. So I'm looking for the clothing. So if you are wearing it, you know, show it off. If you just want to show a picture of it, if you've made quilted clothing, jackets, vests, skirts, patches on your jeans, that's the kind of thing I'm looking for the scavenger hunt. But I'd love to see your quilted t-shirts and jackets and things. I think that'd be so much fun. So a shout out to my ambassadors that helped me out with figuring out scavenger hunts. And I believe Carrie in Pennsylvania may have come up with this one back when we were talking about it, and I made the list. So it's a good one. It's a good one. It is also the beginning of Shark Week. Do 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 do. Always going backwards. Do 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 do. Right? Shark Week. So I want to see your shark quilts. Gotta share shark quilts. If you've made the shark pillow, and of course today I'm going to show you a bit more. Whoops, we're going to do a bit more with the shark block for the critter quilt here. Then I'm going to look for some other shark things for this week. I know there's a really cute pin cushion out on American Patchwork and Quilting magazine, but Shark Week, and the pattern is linked below in the description box. And the pattern has plaids, and I have enough plaids to do a whole shark quilt someday on my someday list. It is there to be done. All right, so the other thing I was doing is I was in the store and I picked up some starch. This is the starch that I usually get at my grocery store because I just pick up, you know, because I'm only starching sometimes. So I'm not one that's like dipping the whole fabric in starch you made from, you know, some concentrate. I just go the easy way and get the spray. But this time I was in a different store and they had the heavy finish. And so I don't know, this is original hold and heavy finish. So for those of you who are experienced with both of them, leave me a note about that. I have not tried the heavy finish, so I thought I'm gonna give it a try. Gonna get some, see how it goes. So I did that. What else do I have here? We had a really great question out on the Facebook group. Sara, and I'm going to link it to you because then you can go look and see if there's more pictures, but Sara was looking for ways to store pre-cuts such as the jelly rolls, the layer cakes, the charm packs, those packaged pre-cuts that are really a very specific size. And so I took the liberty of grabbing off a few of your photos of you who shared ways that you are keeping track and sharing, or you know, showing your pre-cuts. So anyways, let's take a look. Abby Sue has taken to using the rolling carts. I call them rolling assistants, and she has these with fat quarters in it. I believe she said she has some with charm packs, and so that is really effective if you have a space that is conducive to rolling carts and you can move them around anywhere you are. Allison has this fantastic table. Look at the end there, the bookshelf kind of on the end. She said this was a custom built table her neighbor did for their gaming, and that she purchased it, I guess, from them when they were not going to use it anymore. So they had built those end caps, and you can see underneath inside the kind of bookshelfy for games, and it just works perfectly. She's got her jelly rolls on the bottom there. You can see some charm packs, fat quarters. Looks super good. Angela's using the classic toilet paper roll holder, and that's a fancy one. Look at that. It is awesome for your jelly rolls, particularly if you don't have tons of them and you just have a nice little tower of them to display like this. It looks awesome. Annette has this beautiful shelf where she looks like she might have some things grouped by what they might be, sewn with. She's got them very artistically arranged in there. I love it. So inspiring. I find that very inspiring. And here is another one by Annette. I'm not sure if that's the same Annette or not. It might be a different Annette. And this thing hanging on the wall, I believe she told us, it was a commercial loaf bread pan. That was a loaf bread pan, a commercial size one. And so she just hung it on the wall. And you can see she has some cool lettering there on the left side, which now I want to see what that says. So if you're watching this, Annette, show the other wall. I want to see what your words say up there. Cheryl has the CD holder. You're going to see quite a few CD holders. This one she has primarily fat quarters and some bigger yardage. I love, love, love the sign at the top. Unattended children will be given candy and a free puppy. Yes. And here is Cindy's cabinet. It's a repurposed CD cabinet. Very nice. I love it. It's got like a sliding door on it, so it holds everything so well. And so all kinds of cabinets could be repurposed. Glenda's is a custom built unit. Her husband, I think she said, built this one. And it is 5 inches deep. So it's custom shelving, 5 inches deep. There we go. From floor to ceiling to hold. She's got jelly rolls on the far left. She has some packages there of fat quarters, it looks like. She's got some fat quarter bundles. So then charm packs, I think, are on the right here. Either charm packs or layer cakes on the right. Well, 5 inches deep, it would have to be charm packs. Okay, because layer cakes are 10 inches deep. Here is Joanne with a CD rack on its side. So tilt your head to the left so you can see that they're long, skinny CD racks that would be standing up tall, and she just stacked them up. Isn't that fabulous? Brilliant. Just brilliant. I love it. And it's nice and tidy. Keeps it all tidy. Judy has this super cool cabinet, and in here, which is really pretty, and she looks like she decorated with some black and white toile. She's got a nice white with black handled cabinet to the left, and it is stacks of jelly rolls in there, charm packs, layer cakes, so it looks super good. Super good. Catherine's is, let's see, this is an IKEA cabinet. So Catherine has an IKEA cabinet. I don't know if she told us the name of it, but it looks super good. Down below is closed off, so you can see the prettiness up at the top, but then you don't have to keep it so tidy in the bottom if you don't want to. Kathy has hers in drawers, so she had showed us a bunch of the drawers where she can just stack things in there nice and neat, and when she opens it she can see everything, so she see all the edges. I like you have some Benertex fabric in there. Awesome. Lee has drawers. These drawers, you see them all the time, different places. So she's got them labeled, layer cakes on the left. She's got charm packs on the right, jelly rolls on the right. With those deep drawers, those are the jelly rolls. Those work really well. It's on rollers too, so she can move it around. Leanne's space is so good. She's got all of her great Longabergers on the top, her Longaberger baskets, which I have those too. And she said it was a new way for her to repurpose them and to enjoy them again with new life. And I think that that's so true. That's the way I use mine. I get to enjoy them every time I pick one up to look for something in them. That's always what's happening. Why am I looking for something? It's in that basket. Here is Marge's cabinet, another one that was repurposed, and that is, she's got drawers so she can put all of the jelly rolls and things like that, and then she has bigger pieces of fabric stacked in the top. Nina has a walk-in area which has shelving and then these clear tubs. The clear tubs are so nice. Look at the bottom right shelf. You can see the jelly rolls, all the spirals, all those pretty spirals there. With them on end like that, she can see them so easily. And it looks like each is about one depth when she has them on their side like that. And it looks like above she has some with fat quarters and then some rolls of fabric. Looks super good. Just a couple more. Tracy has this neat shelf which is tiered, so the bottom is deeper than the top. If you see that, she's got layer cakes up at the top and lots of jelly rolls, lots of charm packs. This is just so beautiful. Such eye candy. It's just a quilter's heaven to have that decoration, right? And Tracy's, I think this is the same Tracy. And here she has some bins. So she's using these cloth bins and cubbies. So the cloth bins fit in the cubbies, keep things tidy. And then she has the jelly rolls fitting in the cubby as well. So this has been so inspiring to see all of your ways to store your fabric. There are really clever ways. And then some people are sharing more like their fat quarter storage, but I was looking more for the packaged ones, the jelly rolls and the layer cakes and the charm packs. Those CD holders, for years now, people have used CD holders. So I think that they are, and of course, they're probably not as common, although somebody had one from IKEA. So if you have an IKEA near you, or you can order online and you want to go that route, I think they still make them specifically kind of that size, which fit the charm packs pretty nicely. Now I am working on the fruitcake, and I am just zooming along. Look how many blocks I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have 7 blocks done out of 20. Here's the pattern. It's a free pattern from the Fat Quarter Shop. It uses a fat eighth, which means you can use anything bigger than that. A fat quarter or bigger will also work for this. And I am using that really pretty basic, a new basic from my friend Melissa Mortison. Not Michelle, Melissa, different M. But look. And there's still some of these left. They put out a limited number of these sparkler cards with the actual fabric in it, which is amazing. If you've never bought any cards like this, you should. So here is, now Fat Quarter Shop calls it ballerina pink, and in the thing here it calls it baby pink. I like ballerina pink. It's the same fabric. But here are all the sparklers plus a few more. So she has 30 available colors. But these charts are great because if you're trying to match the fabric to, like what you're working with, like you have a fat quarter bundle and you want to see, does this actually look good? You have a real piece of fabric here to work with. And these ones are totally glued down. Sometimes you buy these and they kind of overlap. This one, they're totally glued down. And I'll link you to this. They only make a certain amount of these, and I noticed, well, there, you would like to see the cover, wouldn't you? There. I'm showing you the back side. All right, here we go. So, but anyway, I linked to it so you have it. So I have these two more in progress, and I've got one right here being sewn. So I've got all of this here to work on, and a piece under there from that one. So I'm just sort of sewing those as I'm sewing other things, which is working out really, really well. Now let me take the fruitcake down and put up the pieces for the critter quilt along the bottom so we can take a look at that. So there is the whole thing. This as wide as it'll be pretty much. Yeah, and that's as tall as it will be. So that is what 65 by 73 will look like, the chunks. So down here, let's take a look at what we have. I've got a section over here which is 4.5 inch finished, and then this is 6 inch finished, and then this is a 2.5 inch finished. So that'll be a fabric. I decide whether I want to, and this will be a fabric up here, which is a 2-inch wide. Here is a bit chunkier. So there are some a little bit bigger fabrics I want to look at. And then over here, I think I'm going to put some blocks. I have these, which will finish at 4 inches, and that is finishing at 4.5. So that means I could do one of two things. I could either just scoot Nessie over so that another 1/2 inch gets added here. Could do that, or I have to add a little 1/2 inch spacer maybe on the outside, which I don't mind doing that on the outside. If I put these down there, let me put them here and then get the other camera and just look at this for a minute. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a couple other pieces of fabric up there, and then we'll look at it with the other camera. So there they are. What I've done is this first look over here is put these 2 blocks, and then what I'll do is put spacers here, and then I'll probably just go ahead, and I might actually, yeah, I'll just have to go ahead and make this like a 1/2 inch little extra on that outside. And so these, or I might do it here, might do it on the inside, and that'll separate it from Nessie. I think that's what I'll do, separate it from Nessie. So on this side, I went with some dark for here in the top, not there, but along the top, that stripe, and then here's some nautical, the wheels and the paddles, you know. So that, I think that's pretty cool. Now I have all these other things here I could use. This has got a nautical feel, and it's a little bit lighter, so it could lighten up between the two, because I'm feeling like it's a little dark in there. And there we go. That could be what goes here and give that little bit nautical feel. Or I could go much lighter, you know, how this has got a light behind it, and I could do the lighthouses. I think those would be very cool too. I'm just going to drop that down. I know. This is how we work, right? One-handed, working one-handed. Okay, we've got the lighthouses there. So, and that would lighten that up a bit. In which case I might make that light too. Just maybe leave one dark stripe and then a little dark, use some dark, maybe this I will put over here between them, and then maybe do something lighter on that side. I have these two. So it's got seaside, or this one has the sailor stuff. I think that might be good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut some of that, and we'll see how it looks. I found these cute turtles that I have. Look at them. Look how sweet they are. And I'm going to put those between those blocks on the right-hand side over there. See, on the right-hand side, I'm going to put them top, middle, and bottom. And then I'll put a dark spacer on the left. So that'll sort of separate those. Here's the mock-up. Everything is cut. They have to be sewn, so everything will tighten up. I've got the cute little turtles down there and repeated that stripe because it's actually going to be half of that width, just a little bit to separate it from the back end of Nessie, and then the lighthouses in between the shark and Nessie, and then dots, and I have, where is it? Oh, it's on the cutting table. I have enough of that to do some more, and then the stripe. So I'm going to sew this row and then we'll wrap it up. Here is the bottom row sewn together. That looks so cute. XO, like hugs and kisses, right? That's what that is to me. Hugs and kisses to whoever has this, or wherever it might end up being displayed. There's the dots. I'll go ahead and hold it up when I do the wrap up here in a second. But there, look, and I'll go back as far as I can. I'm hitting my office chair now. There we go. There we go. Oh, so darling that Nessie is just stinking cute. And that's the free pattern. Nessie is the free pattern. And I have links on the critter page to everything else. So, cuteness. And again, I'll hold it up. So you can see this is how wide the quilt will be, which is just perfect. It'll be great for a big wall hanging, or if it ends up going to be used, however it ends up. But we don't know yet. It has to be made first before it can find its final home. Critter quilt number 1. So that is so fun. So fun. So I am going to just keep moving through the different sections of the critter quilt. Where is the paper? So we have the puffin section, the Shark and Nessie section. And then next I will probably do this lower unit here and then that upper unit. So that's how I'll be working. So I'll be working on that through a couple of days, probably. Depends on what's going on, what else I usually talk about, and then I'll fit in critter stuff. So the critter things are just go, 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 go. And here at YouTube, there are playlists for my channel. If you click on the playlist, you'll see all kinds of playlists, which are categories that I click for different videos that have certain types of information in them. So there's a critter playlist. So every time I will have talked about anything with critters, I've tried to tag that, and they'll be all listed there. And I also did one block of Fruitcake while I was sewing that unit up. While I was sewing that, as I stopped and started, I did sections of this and got another block done. Yes. So what is that, 8 blocks? Awesome. Don't forget, if you want one of these, better jump on it. There aren't that many over there. So I love you. Mwah. Thank you for being here in the Sloan Zone. I will see you online.